Ever wondered why some women are irresistibly drawn to men serving life sentences in prison? It's a question that has puzzled many, but the answer lies in the intriguing labyrinth of human psychology. The allure of the forbidden is a powerful force. It's the thrill of the unknown, a tantalizing dance with danger that ignites the senses and sparks curiosity. It's a seductive pull towards the edge of societal norms, an exploration of the darker side of human nature. For some women, men behind bars represent this forbidden allure, an enticing paradox that is both threatening and inviting. Then there's the thrill of danger. A man serving a life sentence carries a certain aura of danger, a raw, primal energy that can be intoxicating. This thrill, this adrenaline rush, can become a potent addiction, pushing women toward relationships that society would deem risky or even taboo. Yet within this danger lies an odd sense of safety. With a partner behind bars, the physical risks of a relationship are removed. There are no surprise arguments that could escalate into physical altercations, no unexpected late-night encounters. The relationship exists within a controlled environment where communication is regulated and visits are scheduled. For some, this predictability, this control, offers a sense of security that is comforting. Moreover, there's an element of nurturing involved. Many women feel a deep-seated urge to help, to heal. They see a man in prison, and they see someone they can save, someone they can fix. It's a compelling motivation that can draw women into these unconventional relationships. But perhaps the most complex factor at play is love. Yes, love. Unpredictable, inexplicable love that doesn't always make sense to outsiders. Love that can bloom in the most unlikely of places, even within the cold, hard walls of a prison. Indeed, it's a complex web of emotions, isn't it? Love, danger, the allure of the forbidden, the paradoxical sense of safety, all these factors intertwine to create a magnetic pull towards men behind bars. It's a phenomenon as fascinating as it is mystifying. But remember, understanding doesn't necessarily mean endorsing. In the next scene, we'll delve deeper into real-life love stories from behind bars. There are real-life stories that illustrate this peculiar attraction. Tales of love that don't just push the boundaries but completely obliterate them. Take the story of Melissa, a dedicated nurse who found herself exchanging vows with a man serving a life sentence. She met him while volunteering at the prison's infirmary. Despite his grim circumstances, she was drawn to his resilience and spirit. Their relationship was an emotional roller coaster, constrained by iron bars and the ever-watchful eyes of the prison guards. Yet, Melissa, like many women in similar situations, chose to stand by her man, hoping for a miracle that would grant him his freedom. Then there's the story of Rachel, a young woman who fell in love with a man sentenced to 20 years in prison. She was just a teenager when they met, and he was already behind bars. Rachel grew from a girl into a woman, all while maintaining a relationship with a man she could only see during scheduled visitations. She waited patiently for him, believing in his promises of change and a better future together. However, these relationships come with their fair share of challenges. The lack of physical intimacy, the constant scrutiny, and the ever-present fear of what might happen when their partners are finally released. These women face judgment from society, from their friends, and even from their families. But the biggest challenge perhaps lies in the realm of mental health. The emotional strain, the loneliness, the constant worry. It takes a toll. These women often find themselves in a state of constant anxiety, their thoughts dominated by worries about their partner's well-being, their release, and their future together. These are not just stories, but a stark reality for many women. They are the silent sufferers, the women who love men behind bars. They are the ones who wait, who hope, and who endure, all for the sake of love. But at what cost? As we delve deeper into this topic, let's consider the potential consequences and the harsh realities that these women face in their pursuit of love. It's crucial to consider what life really looks like when a partner is behind bars. In the throes of love, it's easy to overlook the glaring challenges that come with maintaining a relationship with an incarcerated individual. One of the biggest hurdles is the lack of physical intimacy. Sure, letters and phone calls can keep the connection alive, but they can't replace the warmth of a hug or the comfort of a shared silence. This unorthodox dynamic can have a significant impact on one's mental health, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation. The potential danger upon the prisoner's release is another factor to bear in mind. Depending on the crime they serve time for, there could be an element of physical risk involved. It's important to remember that people can change, but not always in the ways we hope or expect. Furthermore, the transition from prison to regular society can be a steep uphill climb for many ex-convicts. The world doesn't stop spinning while they're inside, and catching up can be a daunting task. The norms they were used to might no longer exist, and their old coping mechanisms might not be effective in this new world. They have to relearn how to live in society, and that process can be fraught with frustration and setbacks. Additionally, the psychological impact of long-term incarceration cannot be overstated. Prison changes people. It alters their perceptions of life and ingrains new habits. It's not uncommon for individuals to come out with different views, and these changes can strain the relationship further. The consequences of such relationships are far-reaching and often unanticipated. They extend beyond the couple and can affect family members and children. The difficulties of finding employment after a long incarceration, for instance, can lead to financial instability, which in turn can create a ripple effect on the family's overall well-being. In conclusion, maintaining a relationship with someone behind bars requires a heavy emotional investment and an acceptance of potential risks and challenges. It's a path that's not for the faint-hearted, and it's certainly not a fairy tale. The consequences of such relationships are far-reaching and often unanticipated. The potential risks and dangers extend beyond the couple, affecting families and particularly children. It's important to consider the impact on the most vulnerable ones in the equation, the children. They may not comprehend the gravity of the situation, and the example set before them could be confusing at best and damaging at worst. The concept of a parent being behind bars is a hard pill to swallow for a child. It raises questions that are challenging to answer and can lead to feelings of shame, fear, and insecurity. Furthermore, the incarcerated individual, once released, may struggle to find gainful employment due to their criminal record. This could lead to financial instability, putting additional stress on the family unit. The temptation of resorting back to illegal activities to earn a quick buck might become a real concern, increasing the chances of reoffending. This not only exposes the family to potential danger, but also sets a precarious example for the children. Then there's the emotional toll. Children need stability, consistency, and a nurturing environment to thrive. But the uncertainty and the emotional roller coaster that comes with having a parent in prison can disrupt their emotional development. They may struggle with feelings of abandonment, suffer from low self-esteem, or even develop behavioral issues. Moreover, children are observant and tend to model their behavior on their parents. If they see a parent maintaining a relationship with someone who's been incarcerated for a long time, they might normalize this situation, thinking it's an acceptable standard for their own future relationships. This could potentially lead them down a similar path in their adult lives, perpetuating a cycle that's hard to break. In essence, it's crucial to remember that decisions made in love don't just affect the individuals involved. They echo into the lives of those around them, particularly children. The ripple effects of such a relationship can be damaging and long-lasting. The dream of a happily ever after with a man released from a life sentence is often just a mirage. This harsh reality can be a tough pill to swallow, but it's important to recognize the facts and the potential consequences. When someone spends years, sometimes decades, in prison, they're not the same person they were when they went in. The prison environment can harden individuals, alter their perceptions, and lead to the formation of habits that don't necessarily align with societal norms. Consider the sobering statistics. Repeat offenders make up a significant portion of the prison population. It seems that the cycle of crime and punishment can be a difficult one to break. This isn't to say that people can't or don't change, but it is a reality we must acknowledge. Maintaining a healthy relationship is a complex dance requiring mutual respect, understanding, and communication. These qualities can be challenging to cultivate with someone who hasn't experienced the rigid, punitive world of incarceration. For someone who has, these challenges are magnified. A person released after a long prison sentence may struggle to adapt to the free world. Their coping skills might be underdeveloped, making everyday challenges seem insurmountable. This can put a strain on any relationship, Additionally, securing gainful employment can be a monumental task for someone with a criminal record. This not only affects their self-esteem but also poses financial challenges for the couple. The temptation to revert to illicit means to make ends meet can be a real danger. The reality is, life is hard already. Why make it harder for yourself? Love and companionship are essential parts of the human experience, but they should never come at the cost of your mental health or personal safety. It's crucial to remember that while everyone deserves a second chance, not everyone is equipped to make the most of it. In the end, it's about making choices that prioritize your well-being and that of your loved ones. It's about understanding that happily ever after is not a guaranteed outcome, but a journey that requires work, patience, and a lot of understanding. So ask yourself, are you ready to take on this challenge?